Come with us on a wild adventure as we escape the ruthless grips of the monster known as Hurricane Irma and discover the beautiful cities of New Orleans and Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Join us as we discover the culture, the food, the landmarks, the art, and music that make these cities such a wonderful tourist destination. The story begins like this. Hurricane Irma was coming, and the news was saying over and over again that a Hurricane 5 was on its way to South Florida. So I decided, you know what? I'm gonna take my household and get the heck out of here. We rode twice as long as we should have, insane traffic and very little gas getting out of Florida, but we finally made it. What's up everybody, and welcome to New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay, sorry.
It's okay. Anyway, as you can see with the cathedral behind us, we are in New Orleans. New Orleans? No, how do you say it?
New Orleans.
No, okay, can't say it.
At least I think that's how they say it.
Correct us if we're wrong, all right? Let us know how to really say it. But either way, we are in New Orleans and we're about to explore the French Quarter. I'm very excited. Learn some Creole culture, some Creole food, desserts, beignets. My heart has been longing for beignets. So I am waiting for that. But first, the cathedral.
Come over and join us so you can learn a little bit about New Orleans and take a look at the sights. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Just to fill you in and on a little history about the Cathedral Basilica of St. Louis, King of France, also called St. Louis Cathedral, is the seat of the Roman Catholic Archdiocese of New Orleans, and it is the oldest cathedral in what would become the United States. The first church on the site was built in 1798. The third, built in 1789, was raised to cathedral rank in 1793. The cathedral was expanded and largely rebuilt in 1850, with little of the 1798 structure remaining. It was truly an interesting experience. It seemed like a peculiar place to put a church, but with as much history as New Orleans has, I completely understand. The structure of it was so beautiful, and everything on the inside was amazing as well. It was interesting the amount of reverence that was felt when we went into the sanctuary. We thoroughly enjoyed exploring throughout the cathedral. Café du Monde is French for Cafe of the World or the People's Cafe. It is a renowned open-air coffee shop located on Decatur Street in the French Quarter of New Orleans. It is a New Orleans landmark and tourist destination, known for its cafe au lait and beignets, and we are here to try them both and let you know what we think. Are they really fantastic? Let's find out. Hey, what's up everybody? We're at Café du Monde, right?
Yes.
Hey, I got it. And we're about to have some beignets and the coffee. I don't know what it's really called.
Café avec lait.
There you go.
Café à lait would be, I think, is the proper French pronunciation. Not really sure. I speak broken French, not really French. But we've been hearing so much about this from either the friends on Instagram. Thank you so much, Tash and Marie. And also, we saw on New Orleans Eat that this is the place to go to learn if we can get really authentic beignets. So we're very excited about it, and we'll let you know what we think. All right, so I'm about to try the beignets. There is a lot of powdered sugar than I expected, and yes, I'm going for the bigger piece.
No shame in that.
Oh my goodness.
It's good?
Oh my goodness. This tastes like a donut that we had when we were growing up, except it was twisted. It's the same taste. This is good.
DP, how's the coffee, man?
It's some good coffee.
Yeah.
Crisp on the outside. Inside it is soft, buttery, tasty. It's like, and the powdered sugar on top just brings the flavors together. There's a little taste of grease, but because of the flavors, it's just like it was meant to be there.
Let's see how it tastes. slightly sweet. It's a little flaky. Very good.
It almost tastes a little bit like pancake.
Like a pancake?
Like a pancake mix with Haitian pot.
That's true. It does actually taste a little like.
It tastes like some Grammy used to be.
This was so good that we had to get yet another plate.
This one's still hot.
And Donna already grabbed his. DP is always super fast on the grab. Cafe du Monde was our appetizer. Now, let's see what we can get as an entree. We were told that the #1 restaurant to go to in the French Quarter was Two Jags, so we made our way over there. This place looks so unassuming when you're getting close to it. Maybe part of the reason is because of all the construction outside, but when you walk in, it kind of reminds you of an old-timey bar. Not that I know anything about that. When we walked in, it was completely unassuming, but when we were seated, the atmosphere was very inviting, and you could tell it was a building with a ton of history. In a good way, of course. I ordered the filet mignon, Wansha ordered the Two Jags brisket, and Donna ordered the chicken pontaba. Let's see what we each thought of the meal.
There's so much flavor in here. The mashed potatoes are very creamy. There's something in there that's flavoring the peanut butter, and the brisket is tender and moist and amazing.
So it was cooked perfectly. The best thing is this sauce that they have on it. Delicious.
Alright, so I got the filet mignon because that's basically what I always get. Holy crap. That is amazing. That's probably gotta be one of the best ones I've had.
The meal was so good, in fact, that I asked for the chef to come out so I could personally hug him. It didn't seem like he liked it that much, but hey, if you had tasted the filet, you would have hugged him too. Don't judge me. All in all, we loved New Orleans. The culture, the music, the food, the spices in the food, oh my gosh, everything was amazing. I find it awesome how the culture has been preserved for this long. It's really a testament to the will of the people of the city. As a bonus, we got to visit Baton Rouge, which was also a nice city, but it was more of a normal city without as much character as I thought New Orleans had. First, we're going to visit the old Louisiana state capitol, which happens to look a lot like a castle. It's really cool because I've never seen a castle like that before. Louisiana's old state capitol is a historic government building, and now a museum, built in which housed the Louisiana State Legislature from the mid-19th century until the current Capitol Tower building was constructed in 1929 to 1932. It was built to both look like and function like a castle, and has led some locals to call it the Louisiana Castle, the Castle of Baton Rouge, the Castle on the River, or the Museum of Political History. Although most people just call it the Old Capitol Building. It was designated a National Historic Landmark in 1974 for its architecture. We wanted to go inside, but because it was Sunday, it was closed. Up next, the Louisiana Art and Science Museum. We didn't do anything in there, but we at least wanted to see what it was all about and what they offered. We found out that they offer a great amount of art and science events, exhibitions, planetarium shows, and more for families, children, and educators. Learn more at lasm.org. I personally thought the beaded chandelier was super cool. I know, I'm easily pleased and distracted. Last but not least, we went to visit the USS Kidd and the museum that's next to it. The USS Kidd is a Fletcher-class destroyer, was the first ship of the United States Navy to be named after Rear Admiral Isaac C. Kidd, who died on the bridge of his flagship USS Arizona during the 1941 Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. Admiral Kidd was the first U.S. flag officer to die during World War II, and the first American admiral ever to be killed in action. A National Historic Landmark, she is now a museum ship, berthed on the Mississippi River in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video or at least learned a little something. D-Life HD and Solely Curious over and out. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more content like this.